Hey, good evening, everybody. How's it going? All set to get going. Sorry about the weird ending last week, but we should be in a perfect place to pick up right where we left off and help our Gray and Braithwaite Romeo and Juliet couple. Hence the thumbnail image. That's right. And also, as you guys hopefully saw, my video from yesterday, which is linked below, it's already in the description. Happy to talk about that, give some more insights on it if you guys are interested in that, or in any of the stuff we've been talking about earlier. Funny enough, let's jump into it. Funny enough, I have used that video now for all of my classes this semester because I hadn't actually intended for it to be relevant to my philosophy of religion classes, but I did wind up using it as an illustration of normativity of normative evaluations of the metaphysics of things. In other words, right, what makes good rat or anything else, right? So this is actually, if you want a little insight into something like today's classes. I don't always do this in philosophy of religion, but sometimes. Kylie, when I don't remember if I did when you were in class. But I began the class in order to sort of get everyone's minds settled into a medieval or a scholastic way of thinking by asking, what is a sandwich? And then talking about what qualifies something as a sandwich, what makes a sandwich a good sandwich versus a bad sandwich, what happens when a sandwich goes from good to bad to worse, and eventually passes out of being. What's the difference between a sandwich and an image of a sandwich? Real one, fake one? To what degree can things exist to different degrees? So that's always a fun conversation, and this time I also got to add what makes good rat to that conversation. So it was a good time. It was a very good time. Oh my god. Of all my videos to go viral, I think I'm okay with it being this one. I don't know. I just don't want people to get the impression that this is actually what I do. So, I'd like it to be relatively clear that this was a parody video that I used to illustrate legitimate points, but still largely a parody video. I don't know. It's all right. I mean, hey, if it spreads things out a little bit, spreads the message of actual classical philosophy around a little bit, fine. I can deal with that. It's just a matter of it being taken comparatively seriously or not. Hey, Wizkid, how's it going? Erica says no. You will note there was a disclaimer at the beginning of the video that if you saw it, that my usual editor, that being Erica, my wonderful and accommodating wife, the wonderful, tolerant, and accommodating wife, did not want to have anything to do with this absurd project, and so I wound up editing it, which is why it's a little bit janky from time to time. I don't have the patience usually to fix something that I have already fixed once. So you'll notice, like, the rats that appear on the video, like the actual rats, they're underlined. That's because I cropped it wrong. But that's fine. It's fine.
Oh, you came. You
And we're
finally
back.
came.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, you lovely, lovely man.
Calm down, miss.
Oh, come on, let's go. We ain't got a minute to lose. They killed her. They killed Miss Calhoun. All she wanted was a better lot for women, and they killed her, those pigs.
Who killed her?
I don't know. My cousins, probably, or or bows. Well, you met them. They're animals. Not even animals, monsters. Monsters if God had lost all his powers of imagination. Can you please take me to the train station? Bo'll be waiting.
Bo, why couldn't he come and rescue you?
Well, if they saw me and him together, they'd lynch him and send me off to a nunnery. Or maybe they'd lynch us both, I ain't quite sure. They do so love hanging folk.
Where you heading?
Up to Boston.
Good. Yeah, I like you up there.
Yeah, WizKid,
Come on.
sorry, last week the stream crashed. Reason being, for a bit of an explanation, there was a storm blowing through because, it's Florida and that's what happens.
Okay.
And it
it
wasn't actually hitting us, because if it hits us, everything's fine. It hit up the power lines a bit, like probably nearer to
He goes to there every day he can.
power station, right?
Makes up some excuse or
Because
other.
here all the power
I said
lines
he
are
would see me
underground,
there one
so
day
it's not
soon,
like
and today he will.
it will actually
God willing.
take out electricity, but it did up that way. So I didn't expect it,
I've
but
hardly seen him
suddenly
since the
power
rally.
goes out and
They
comes back
watch
down
me
a second
so
later,
carefully.
and by the
he's
time
waited,
everything gets
or
restarted,
So his letters say.
way too
Our
late.
families won't let us out. And then all that business with Aunt Catherine and my cousins.
yeah, it was pretty late. It was
Saw
probably
the
like
house.
11:50.
And then
Yeah,
Lee
Kylie, I think you were
Gray and
already
those
out.
boys killed.
for the
So
night.
much bloodshed. You'd think this could be a new beginning, but everyone left alive. They're even more angry.
Maybe anger's a complicated thing to let go of.
Something good has to come out of this awful, awful feud.
That's what I've been hoping.
Bo and I have to be better. Our families were here for years and years. Sometimes I feel like we can't just leave death and pain and ruination behind us.
Plenty before you have.
Yeah, this was going to be the
Plenty will
last
again.
of the last quest we did, but
Yeah.
we didn't get to finish it,
Far
unfortunately.
as it
So,
goes.
well, now it's good times anyway.
Get out. Don't look back. Make something decent of your lives.
He's a good man, isn't he?
Yeah, it's another
Bo,
instance of that, of
he's
what Dutch always
kind
says, right?
and he's
Revenge is a luxury we
caring
can't
and
afford.
strong.
I'm gonna see if we can afford some revenge
I'm
tonight,
sorry.
depending on how much we
mean
get
that.
done.
He's a lot of things, but
And not strong like you, but strong enough to stand up to
Oh.
his family.
Erica
to be
says it's called a
different from
Chromecast
folk. You don't
because
know
you
how hard
cast
that can be.
from wait for it,
There
Chrome.
he is. Oh,
not
it's
Edge.
him.
Yeah,
Will you ride on the train with us a little, just to the first stop?
maybe you're right. You could be right about that. I thought Edge could do it too because it's based on the same software, but maybe not. You do need to use specifically Chrome for it. Could be right. I don't know. I haven't really given it too much of a try on Edge, and especially because I now use the Wi-Fi router, the rerouter.
Bo, my sweet, my best of men.
Oh, I'm hardly a man at all. But I love
Okay.
you, Penelope Braithwaite.
I'm doing lousy.
Sir, how can we ever repay your kindness?
Some of them jewels would do just fine.
Bo, Arthur's gonna join us. I think we need the support. Please, could you buy the tickets, dear Mr. Morgan? We can't chance being seen.
Sure.
Thank you.
You're literally right
We'll
there.
meet you on the platform.
But okay.
Can I have 3 tickets to Saint Denis, please, sir?
But yeah, the kind of feud
Of
here
course.
is just the example of revenge
hello,
escalating
sir.
and escalating and escalating out of
Hope all is
control
well?
to the
Not
point
terribly. But good to see you.
where discouraged friend, escalating out of control to the point of just
Excuse me,
destruction
Alden.
and nothing productive coming out of any part of it.
Here, get on the train. Get your bags, miss. I got this.
Come here, Yankee.
With pleasure, you goddamn fool. You want to come back here without giving you a whipping?
We should have done this last time.
Get on the train, Bo. Go to your woman. 4 fists and maybe 1 brain between you.
You're gonna get hurt, cowboy.
Get him, Scott.
Arthur. If that is his real name, It doesn't matter. He can fight. Oh,
Arthur, come on!
Darn it. I'm trying to choke these bastards.
Arthur, please get on!
Oh, now.
Down he goes. All right.
quick, come up on the train.
I'm gonna take his stuff first. This time. There we go. Yeah, $2. Okay, fine. Okay, gold pocket watch. That's worth it. Stealing your stuff. All right, let's go.
Goodbye, Rhodes.
Hello, future.
All right, all done. That is quite a family you got there, son.
I know. Charming to the last. Then again, my uncle used to keep his own half-brother as a slave, so what do you expect? Good manners?
My uncle used to say things were better the way they were, when he could rape and kill with impunity, and he didn't have to work a day in his life.
Both our families. There's good people in this county, but our families bullied them and drove most of them off, whites as well as blacks, all over this silly feud.
Well,
Now, Wizkid, the only reason it would crash is if power goes out again, and while there is a storm in the area...
What?
Never mind, I'm not going to say anything.
Oh, I think it's my second cousin.
with all these goddamn cousins.
I think they found out about the jewels.
At this point, though, if anything does happen, I will wait.
Jewels? I knew you had some damn jewels. You must have all the jewels in the state, being one of your cousins here. Oh, man. Ah!
Darn it, my hat.
Oh, man! Come on, man! Penelope Braithwaite, this ain't about no star-crossed lovers. She's robbed her own family blind. Behind us! I killed my cousin soon as she touched the grave! It's all over, you dumb bastard! This feud ends here! I'm gonna end you! You silly apprentice! Oh, we know what you took, Penelope!
Out of here. All right.
Is that the driver? He's abandoning us.
Hold tight, all right? I'll take a look up front.
What will you do?
I'll figure it out. You okay?
What I want to know is,
Try
Wizkid
to start
asks,
this train, see if we can get out of here.
why so many cousins?
Damn it, you did
Can't it be
right.
incest because we already
Remind
slaughtered
me
that
to
faction?
rob your trains,
I mean,
mister.
I'm sure there's more cousins, right? Alright, it's train time. Let's go, High Horse. What are you doing? Wait, who is that? Which horse is that? Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, good. I was very concerned that my horse was going to just step onto the train track. Just gonna hold it down and see how long it lasts. Stop. That's enough. Anyway, but yeah, they yeah, there's definitely an incest angle in all of this. especially because none of them want to, corrupt the bloodline and marry outside the family, as we can see here. Yeah, it just goes to show how manipulative antebellum culture can be at times. Wait, when did it crash for you? Was it like tonight or last week? Did it crash like moments ago? Because I did not notice that. It did. We'll button back. Oh yeah, Kylie's right. Kylie's absolutely right. It says, love the graphics in this. A lot of detail. Even just like the depth of field, right? You can see the mountains all the way across there. That's amazing. Okay, good. Crash, that's good. Move, deer. But yeah, it was. It's definitely a lot of it is definitely from the sort of roots in the Scotch-Irish that a lot of big major southern families find. It goes back, blood feuds going back centuries. That's not uncommon in a lot of traditional cultures, especially in cultures like Celtic, like old Celtic. Blood feuds are incredibly common, and of course, if they go to the New World, what are they going to do? Well, they're just going to continue it, obviously.
Why have we stopped?
It's best you go on alone from here.
Mr. Arthur, I didn't know you could drive a train.
Neither did I. But if I'm honest, it was kind of fun. And I didn't kill any of us.
I
Killed some of your relatives, but they would have killed all of us.
I would legitimately love to, drive a train.
Gentlemen,
that
sir.
sounds like a lot of fun.
No, I ain't.
Yes, you are. Here, I ain't got much money, but these sapphires are worth a lot of money. Old family heirloom.
That Braithwaite treasure.
Let's not.
I couldn't take it. No. Let's get you off to Boston before any more of your relatives show up.
That'd
might
be the one that
wise.
we got
Hey,
into
do
all
that.
this trouble trying to find.
This couple is heading up north to the Boston line. They got money, they'll pay you on arrival. That work for you?
Yeah, sounds fine. Get on in.
Hey, you carry protection on a journey like this?
I wouldn't be much of a stage driver if I didn't. Goes everywhere I do. Hey!
Miss Braithwaite is going to hold on to this until arrival.
Wow. Okay.
On account of the treasure on your person.
I don't know how to thank you.
Jeez.
You're a fine man.
Yeah,
sir.
that was the
Get
treasure
out of
that
here.
that entire chapter in Rhodes was trying to get hold of. But, they needed a hell of a lot more than Arthur does at this point. Honorable Art. Well, let's grab our horse. Yep. Yeah, WizKid, absolutely. There was, the whole rumor of, there's old Braithwaite treasure and old gold and whatever, right? Well, there it was. Which is incredibly valuable. It's I think if you actually sell it, it's like $1,000 or more. But yeah, no, it's, legitimately, first of all, from a pure game mechanic standpoint, I have almost $5,000. What is this? Oh, I'm wanted over there. That's great. There's a stranger up that way. Oh, her. Let's go up there and do that after we do this. It'll be a little while. It'll be a bit of a ride to get up there, but we will do so. Now, come on. There we go. Yeah, so from a game mechanic standpoint, like, I got $4,200 in my pocket. I think we're fine. It's enough to buy several of everything in the game. I think we're okay. But also, you know, Arthur is at the point in his life, the end of his life, where he knows for sure that he doesn't need it, that she needs it more than he does. And, you know, also, especially, it's not like he's going to trust the gang as such at this point with a treasure like that. Because we saw what the prospect of that treasure did to them last time. If anything, right, if anything that he would do, it would be to give it to some of the people in the gang he wants to sort of help get away and start their own lives, like John.
Yeah, that's my girl.
WizKid asks, or says, honestly, I don't know if Arthur would refuse it, though, considering it was a gift directly from them, and he didn't have to do anything dishonorable to get it. Good point. It isn't like he needs it, though. Yeah. I think that's the big thing, right? If, whether for game mechanic reasons or for, you know, for story reasons, I thought we actually need it, then maybe. But at this point, nah. At this point, Arthur has other concerns. Concerns about other people who he's, you know, trying to do right by. After all, he did sort of slaughter all of both of their families. Maybe he owes them something, you know? Or maybe that's what they wanted all along, but whatever. That's a side note. Side note. That looks like an herb. Hold on. Is it? Or is that just a sapling? Yeah, no. My picking things instinct is a little overtuned, I guess. Anyway. So, wild horses. Nice. So to explain a little bit of the good rat thing. This kid says, maybe, although it's not like they're angry at him for doing it. Yeah, that's true. Both families had it a long time coming. Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, though, it's not like it helped anything. Right? It really just was a... you know, they hate each other so much that nothing is going to stop them hating each other. Even most of them being dead. Yeah, it didn't really improve things very much. It's just that now, some of the relatively sane members of the families managed to get out of the whole mess. And, you know, with a little something to get on by, you know? So, yeah, I would say that is a good ending as far as Arthur is concerned to the Braithwaite Gray feud. So, those of you guys who are in here in the chat, and those of you guys who saw the What Is Good Art video, any of you guys have any notion of what the heck is going on with that, or should I just explain from the top? WizKid says, not even love could end the hatred. Well, it's not everybody who is in love, it's just the two of them. And if it's just the two of them, then that's kind of understandable, that it wouldn't end everybody else's hatred. Oh right, What Is Good Rat? Sorry, I misread it again, I guess. Yeah.
Hey there, mister. Hello.
It's the weather. 46, I should probably change. Anyway, yeah, What Is Good Rat? Anybody have any notion of what the hell I was on about for that whole thing? Or do we need to basically start from the beginning? Because I'll try and explain it. I don't know if I'll succeed, but I'll try and give something like an explanation. What's this place? Let's see what this is about. This might be that really creepy pig farm. I think it is. Oh, or this might be the house that we robbed. I think this is the house we robbed. With Hosea. Yeah, this is the house we robbed with Hosea. Let's not get ourselves arrested or whatnot. Alright, let's move on.
Yeah. Hi there, mister.
Cinematic so I can read for a bit. So WizKid says, I just meant that the tragedy of Romeo and Juliet was enough to pull both of their families out of their asses. Whereas here, the interfamily romance just served to stoke the flames. Yeah, but remember, there was a big difference between Romeo and Juliet and this, right, which is that Romeo and Juliet both tragically died due to their own stupidity. Right? And the difference that makes is that now that gives both of the families a sort of tragedy to kind of reconcile with. Whereas this, it's just their kids are running away, and each side can kind of see it as, you know, the other side being responsible. So, you know, naturally, if they want to stoke the fires of the feud, they're going to stoke the fires of the feud, and they're not going to let something as important as their children's love and well-being get in the way of that.
Hey, mister.
So Kylie has rats and what makes them good. No, that's not exactly at all why I did that video. So it's a sort of long story, appropriately enough. That it comes from originally an old table from a YouTuber called Brown Table. I've cited before in my Thor Victorious video. You've seen that one. I first encountered him during the whole One Marvelous Scene thing. And this, unfortunately, I never actually saw the video itself. Originally, when it was originally posted. Reason, of course, being that shortly after it got a bunch of publicity, the video was completely deleted off of YouTube. And it got publicity from a podcast I've recommended before called EFAP, or Every Frame a Pause. I'll explain a little more, but first, WizKid mentions, good point, I also think that with Shakespeare, both families actually cared about their young people, whereas here, the families are both so corrupt that they care only for themselves. Yeah, I think that's overall true as well. That's another solid point. Where the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
WizKid asked, did you watch any of the One Excellent Scene vids? It put me on to an X-Men bender for about a week. Yeah, I watched some of them. I did watch a few of them. I forget whose exactly. But I did watch a few. Certainly, I remember I did watch Captain Midnight, which I think his was the one on Magneto. Magneto's origin in a few different places. That was actually good. Kylie says, the rat with the pan flute in my brain at 11:58 p.m. trying to turn in assignments. Lol. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize a little bit.
J. John Weathers.
They call me Snow Goose now.
Whatever they call you. You borrowed money off of Leopold Strauss. The bills come due.
This ain't the best time, sir.
This ain't the best time for anyone.
Mr. Strauss knew it was a long-term proposition.
The debt is due.
Okay. I got supplies meant to last through the winter. You can take them. Just, is there any way you can help me? I stay out here, there won't be anyone to pay you.
I ain't here to help. I'm here to collect. We're all of us up against it.
Look, there's men after me. They're killers. I ain't a deserter, just an objector. It ain't right. If there was another way than running, I need your help.
Shut up.
Please.
Up here, it's him.
It's too
Uh-oh.
late.
Form up, we shoot on sight.
I clear off, sir.
Shit. Well, seeing as I'm here, I'll do what I can for you.
Darn it, I didn't get a rifle. That's fine.
You're dead.
Darn it.
The lantern. One wagon. Four of them. We're dead men. They're falling.
That's rough. That is really rough. Darn it. Damn.
It's all right, my darling. You can come out.
I probably should have helped you fix the damn wagon.
We could probably still save something.
Really now?
Look, you can take the silver locket for the debt.
No. Let's not.
Damn the dad. Just get her somewhere safe. Go on.
Thank you, fella. You know, there ain't enough kindness in this world, that's for sure. But you,
I don't know nothing about kindness.
That sucks a lot. Let's at least, loot these soldiers, if nothing else. Yeah, Arthur, 8 months too late. If he had been a little bit like this, a few months ago when he first caught tuberculosis, or before he first caught tuberculosis, he wouldn't have caught tuberculosis. But, fate's funny like that. WizKid says, honestly, X-Men doesn't get enough credit, even though Marvel's mainly SJW-driven nowadays. At least it certainly is in the comics. As far as I'm concerned, X-Men will always live on as one of the more interesting Marvel IPs. Yeah, I tend to agree. It is really cool. That said, I mean, we complain about the sort of politicization of comics and all that, right? But at the same time, Marvel didn't exactly just start with that, right? If we're really wanting to be maybe overly precise about it, then we have to look at X-Men in its sort of origin as a kind of commentary on social outcasts and typically minority figures and that sort of thing. And a lot of this is about, a lot of it is, I mean, it's been used as an allegory for all sorts of things, whether that's racial minorities, whether that's, whether that's, it was used as a kind of commentary on homosexuals and homosexuality in especially the 80s and 90s, and thankfully not in the cartoon because, people used to know better than to do such things. What's this? Oh, this guy. I love this guy.
Can you help?
Love this guy.
Can you help me, mister?
What's the problem?
My goddamn horse got spooked and run off.
You hurt?
Not too bad, at least. But he took my damn leg.
Sorry.
He went that way, I think. His name's Buell.
Buell?
Second time a prick named Buell cost me a leg.
Huh?
Buell was my general when I lost it.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, if you see an angry bastard of a horse with my wooden leg, I'd be real grateful.
I'll bear that in mind.
My leg. All right, let's go find Buell and a leg. Yeah, WizKid says the thing with X-Men is that in the beginning and up until pretty recently, they did the whole discrimination thing right in an effective way without being too preachy. Nowadays, I like seeing it as an allegory for being autistic. I mean, yeah, I don't think it's an allegory for any one thing in particular. I just think it's an allegory for discrimination as a whole, or it's applicable to discrimination of any kind, right? It's a sort of, looking at difference and how people deal with difference. You know? Oh, there's the leg.
Whoa, now, easy.
The leg. It's good.
Easy there. Easy.
That's a pretty
You're
horse.
okay.
It's a very pretty horse.
You'll be alright.
Yes, SpongeBob meme. Of course, I didn't want to, I didn't want to do the voice. I apologize.
Come on, Dan.
I've been talking quite a bit this week, so sorry about my lack of doing voices for things. I guess. Do what you gotta do. Anyway, though.
He's just where you left him.
Yeah, I mean,
Can't go far with that leg in your stirrup.
it might be. I mean,
Can't go bucking him like that. So you better
Arthur's
be
so
good,
nice to
dear.
horses, nice to animals.
I get the notion he's not a man you want to cross.
Yeah, Kylie, I just might maybe after
Big and
the
strong
stream I might
you
have
are.
some like green tea and honey or something like that. Good, be really good. Currently, I've just got coffee, which is never bad, never ever bad. WizKid says, yeah, that's generally the point. I just loathe the fact that nowadays everything has to be about transgenderism and, unlike autism or to gay, or as EFAP would call it, the big gay. I have little sympathy for it. I mean, I have sympathy for people with legitimate problems like that, and even people who face discrimination, and that does include people who experience gender dysphoria, that sort of thing. The problem is that it's indulged rather than treated sympathetically. Right? So to try and counter discrimination, we indulge rather than
You're a good
try and
man,
help.
Mr.
Try and genuinely help. I think that's really the kind of
You're
short
right.
version
He's
of
a
how I address the problem. All right, how I
Hamish
look at the problem.
Sinclair. Yeah, he's a great horse. Aside from when the
Love
devil
Hamish.
got him. Hey, you want to hand me that leg there, please? And while you're at it, fuel a kick for me, would you? I'm only kidding. Thank you. Weren't but a snake that spooked him.
Oh,
You're a
WizKid,
real
this is
gentleman,
completely
you know?
black.
Sometimes, maybe. Yeah.
Completely black
How'd you lose the
Ethiopian
leg?
coffee. This
Oh,
one
in
right
the
here,
war.
which is very good.
Cannonball. Pretty clean, though. I don't have much pain, and I didn't get any gangrene. A young boy went into battle with me, got cut in half, so all things considered, I'm doing pretty well, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. So, how is the false one?
It's okay. I can still hunt, fish, enjoy the outside. Weren't sent too crazy by it. Anyway, I ain't got much to pay you with.
You know, that's okay.
You like fishing? You come with me someday. I know some pretty good spots.
I'm a pretty poor fisherman.
Yeah, well, I'm great, so between the two of us, we do okay. My cabin's right over on the other side of O'Crea's Run there. Thanks again. You throw me again, you old dumb bastard, I'm gonna put a bullet in you. I'll see you again.
So I know I say this literally every week, but that's another one of my favorite side characters. Love Hamish. It's fantastic. He's the crotchety old man with a heart of gold.
Girl.
Just love it. I just love it. I don't know. Yes, it's this guy, WizKid. That's correct. That guy. Let's go up here past Dover Hill. We can actually check in on our mad scientist. I'll pass by, see how he's doing. See if the next thing triggers yet, because I think there's one or two more quests in that line. I forget exactly though. We'll see. Yeah, he doesn't have lumbago. That's Uncle. Cinematic for right now. So WizKid says, I have sympathy for gender dysphoria, but like you said, I disagree completely with the idea that we must indulge these people in their fantasies, as opposed to trying to genuinely help them in a constructive and proactive manner. Yeah, I really do think that's the big distinction that we tend to miss. Is that helping somebody and even countering discrimination against them does not mean full-throated agreement with with their position if they have a position, whether that's a position psychologically speaking or whether that's a position politically or what have you, right? You can acknowledge and correct for discrimination without endorsement or that sort of thing. And I mean, really, this is what the
Stop right there, friend. Woo! This on alive. The suckers got low. Take it. There's no escape.
run him down. All right. Ow. Poor horse. That poor horse got shot a bunch. That's terrible. I mean, like I said, it's basically how the Catechism of the Catholic Church says that we should deal with these sorts of issues, right? Where we can't agree with what somebody with how somebody views the world because there are errors within it, but that they have to be treated with respect and dignity as a human being, as a human person. Yeah, Moose is okay. Moose is okay. Got shot a couple of times. Poor girl, but
Okay, girl.
okay. Yeah, so Wizkid says, in fact, I'd go so far as to say the only people who really have any right to gender reassignment procedures done are people who are born genuinely hermaphroditic, which is exceedingly rare. It's beyond rare. I actually did some significant research on this at some point a while ago. True hermaphrodism, I think I'm saying that right. True hermaphrodism in humans is, the rate is literally 0. There has never been a recorded case of a true hermaphrodite human, a human with true hermaphrodism, which is to say, 2 sets of functioning genitalia, or 2 functioning reproductive organs. It does not exist, at least not in human beings. It exists in other species, but not for us. So if you're talking about intersex characteristics, if you're talking about something like, strictly speaking, what you would call deformities of the sex organs, such that it's difficult to determine, something like that. I can avoid going into too much detail on this, but if it's something like that, that's different, and corrective surgery in cases like that is of course licit. I wouldn't call it gender reassignment or even gender affirmation therapy, which is the kind of buzzword term. Again, I'd just call it cosmetic. What would be the term? I guess reconstructive surgery, especially cosmetic or even non-cosmetic reconstructive surgery. All right, let's see. There's a gun in there. That's interesting.
Professor?
Oh.
Where's your creation now?
Oh no. Well, I got an electric lantern. That's pretty darn cool, but... Oh, that's how that works. Anyway. So... His creation broke free and did not go well for him. Damn game. I forgot about this. So there's a killer robot on the loose. That's cool. In 1899, that's normal. Perfectly normal. Nothing strange about that. Nothing anachronistic about any of this. Nope, no siree. Anyway, Yeah, some definite Victor Frankenstein vibes. I agree, very much so. What is going on here? What's this?
Hey, better not have a problem with his friend. Hey, get yourself out of there. Smart move. Don't overstep your boundaries.
Okay, that was odd. There's some kind of legendary animal around here, but I'm not going to bother just as of yet, especially because it's incredibly dark. Unbelievably dark. This is nuts. With the storm and at night, this is... What's that? What's that? The question mark. Spect tree rub.
Whoa, way ahead of me.
Oh. Oh, well, I guess we're tracking the legendary moose, huh? Well, in that case, if it's a moose, I'm definitely going to need a rifle. Yeah. There we go. So I guess we're doing that. WizKid says, I find that hard to believe, right? Corrective surgery for mispatched bits. That's not the best way of saying that. Is understandable, but I was under the assumption that you only had that problem if you were a hermaphrodite. No, it's not common, but it's not incredibly uncommon. I mean, it's something like 0.1% of the population, give or take. With at least some form of, and I could be a little bit off on that, but that's with at least some form of intersex disorder, right? Where ambiguous genitalia or usually comes along with non-functional reproductive organs, that sort of thing as well. So that's the kind of the associated problem, which again, reconstructive surgery can sometimes help with that sort of thing. Sometimes not, but it can sometimes help. That's a fox. There's the thing. And again, this is based on what I know about this whole thing. I'm not an expert, right? But I have done a decent amount of research for an article I wrote ages ago. I don't actually remember where. Oh, it was for an old blog that is since defunct. Oh, hi. Hi, giant moose. Oh God. Are you kidding me? Holy crap. There we go. Wow. Wow. It's more a matter of you have to hit it very precisely. Did you see the little red painted dot? That was where you have to shoot it, I think, in order to even take it down. God, this thing's huge. This is an absurdly large moose. Alright. Well, I've got my giant, unbelievable moose pelt. Means I need to go to a trapper, and thankfully there's one right around here, I think. Oh, no, there's not. It's all the way down here. All the way past camp. Alright, well, let's go where we were going first. And try very desperately not to lose our pelt.
You alright, girl?
Because if I lose this pelt, I'm not going to be happy.
Yeah,
Really? Turkey? There's another moose. Much smaller moose. Does it really? WizKid says that if you lose it, the trapper, you're pretty sure the trapper gets it anyway. I didn't know that. I hope so. That would sure be convenient. Alright, I'm gonna get a couple of weapons out just because I'm eventually probably gonna need them, I think. Let's go with auto shotty, of course. And a repeater. Oh, this is right where that duel was.
This was supposed to be our little adventure.
You all right there?
Who are you?
Oh, it's okay, ma'am. I don't mean you no harm.
Well, it makes no difference now. If an outlaw or a wild animal doesn't get me, starvation will. We came out here from the city in search of a different life. Something true, something real. All this squandering and indulgence, we wanted to strip it away, to find something authentic. What a pair of fools.
Is there a train station or a town I can take you to?
No, I can't give up now. He wouldn't want that. I can't have it. I'm gonna do this for you, Cal.
Well, I'll leave you to it. Is there anything left for you to eat?
Nothing. No, we didn't know the first thing about hunting. We couldn't even catch a darn mouse. If you need any poisonous berries, though, I'm a natural at finding those.
Well, you ain't gonna last much longer out here if you don't know how to hunt. Come on. I'll show you.
All right. But you better not try any funny business. You know, I may be weak, but I still know how to stand up for myself.
Oh, I don't doubt it. Come on. Tell me, you ever skin an animal before?
No, but then again, I haven't caught much of anything either.
Well, you'll need to know how to do both if you're gonna survive out here.
I am all too aware. So where should we head for?
Let's try in the trees down there, near the river. What happened to your husband, if you don't mind me asking?
A bear got him. It was horrifying. He survived, but only for a couple of days. I buried him a week ago.
I'm sorry.
This was really his dream more than mine. I'd have hopped the next train back to Chicago if he'd said the word. But now, I don't know, it's hard to explain. I have to do this.
I understand. Yes, this is a good spot.
What are we looking for?
Well, I think we should start with something small, don't you? I kill it, you skin it. Sound fair?
Skin it? But I don't even have a knife with me.
Don't worry, you won't need one. Now, take a look around for any movement.
I don't see anything.
Shh, just keep your eyes peeled.
There's a rabbit over there, I think. see. Oh, rabbit. There it is. Whoops.
Oh.
Really? It moved. Alright, whoops.
Got it.
Oh, good shot.
Okay then, go on.
It was not a
Don't
good
get
shot,
your
but
hands
okay.
dirty.
That's fine.
How do I mean, what do I do?
Just hold the legs tight and pull the skin away quickly. Should come right off.
Yes, good shots. Right, WizKid. Yeah, basically.
It worked.
That is all there is to it. You did good.
I think I've seen enough blood for one day. Do you mind if we head back now?
Sure, I'll walk you back. You did good. That should keep you fed for a few days.
Oh, yes. At least. Thank you so much.
Let's just do this, just in
I mean,
case.
this really ain't such a bad spot. You got a good water source. It's remote, but
Just in
you
case, you
survive
know?
here all right.
I have no doubt that one can survive here. Whether Charlotte Balfour can is a different matter entirely. You've probably lived your whole life in the outdoors.
Oh, a lot of it, that's for sure.
I barely left the city before coming here. Cal spent his summers growing up at his grandparents' lodge in Maine, but I get the impression they did more punting than hunting. Oh, Lord. No. We're done for now.
Wolves, stay back. It's a small dead rabbit.
You maniac! What do you think you're doing?
She ran away. No, no, no. No, ma'am. I'm... Wait, no. So... Okay. Oops. Let's start this mission over again. Yes, I shot too close to her with an exploding shell. Maybe I shouldn't have used an exploding shell. I think you're right. Yeah, oops. Bad. Well, that was dumb. Let's try this again, shall we? I should maybe manual save once in a while. Yes, WizKid. Look, I misremembered. I thought it was a bear. If it's a bear, you want to use exploding shells. Anyway... well, okay, it's... No, it's still here. What are you talking about? Alright, she's still here. That's good. I've not abandoned my animal. It's literally on my horse. Calm down. Calm down, game. Alright, anyway, let's rush back through that. And let's eat some game. Choke a little on it. It's alright, that happens. Anyway, let's try this again, shall we? And not use explosive slugs. There. Makes sense with a bear. I still insist.
This was supposed to be our little adventure.
It would make sense with a bear.
You all right?
What if I could skip some of the conversation, because we just saw it.
Who are you?
Oh, it's okay, ma'am.
No, we can't.
I don't mean you no harm.
Well, it makes no difference now.
Nope. Can't.
If an outlaw
Anyway,
or a wild
so
animal doesn't get me, starvation.
I will in this process, I'll go over, I'll talk more about the sort of backstory behind Good Rat. So first of all, it is,
We came
there's
out here
another
from the
video
city in
linked below
search
as
of a
well.
different life.
Oh wait, I can't skip this part, because I said we already saw this. Anyway though, right,
Tell me,
so
you ever
there
skin an
is
animal
a,
before?
No.
There's another video linked
Then
in
again,
the
I haven't caught
description,
much of anything either.
which
you'll need to
it
know
lets you
how
know
to
is
do
kind of
both.
going to
Gonna
spoil the joke.
survive out here.
I am all
And this
too
is the
aware.
episode of Every Frame of
So
Pause
where
that I
should
was
we head
mentioning
for?
that looked at
Let's try in the trees down
that was
there.
looking
Near
at
the river.
this brown table video I was talking about.
To your
Hey Kevin,
husband, if you don't
how's it going?
mind me
I was just talking about my
The
What
bear
Makes
got
Good
him.
Rat video. And
He was
what the hell?
horrified.
So that's really
He
the central
survived,
question,
but
I
only
think.
For a couple of days.
Students today were, by the way, quite confused as to what the hell.
I'm sorry.
So that's always good.
This was really his dream more than mine. I'd have hopped the next train back to
Some of
Chicago
them.
if
Some
I
of them
had
got
the
it, got what I was
And
going for
now-
pretty immediately, but
I don't know. It's hard to explain.
anyway.
I have to do.
But yeah,
this.
it was, so
I understand.
this, the EFAP podcast was watching this,
What are we looking for?
watching this brown table video,
Oh,
looking at,
should start with something
and he
small,
was
don't
talking
you?
about what makes good art, and he was
I
kind of
feel like
tackling the
you get
subjective
stuff
versus
better.
objective
Did it,
question,
but
and
I
it
don't even have a
was,
knife with me.
poorly
don't
done.
worry, you won't need one.
Honestly, it was, there were a lot of problems with it, and one of which was the text art.
Rabbit.
Oh,
And the text art was
Got it.
the what
Good
makes
shot.
good art
Okay then.
frame that is the
Time to get
thumbnail
your
of that
hands
video.
dirty.
how do I?
It was more or less indistinguishable from what makes good rat. They noticed it the first time I looked at
hold the
it. First time I
legs
looked at it
tight.
as well. It
Pull
looks
the
like it says
skin
what
away
makes good
quickly.
rat.
Should come right off.
So that became kind of a running joke for them, and I figured, you know, I need to do something about natural law, and this is a good opportunity to make a video about natural law and at the same time a dumb meme joke.
Oh my!
And so, kind of putting them together, I thought, I can
It
actually
worked.
answer the question, what
All
makes
there
good
is
rat,
to it. You did good.
from a sophisticated
I think
natural
I've
law
seen
perspective,
enough blood
right?
For one day. Do you mind if we head back
And
now?
so naturally I did,
Sure.
and
I'll walk you back.
made the whole thing work. And I made it work
That
as
should
video,
keep you fed for a few days.
throw it together, edit it myself because, as I mentioned, Erica definitely didn't want to take part in editing the nonsense. Oh, she's going on the road. It's fine. Yeah, WizKid, dumb memes make everything better. Indeed. So Kevin apologizes for being late, which you don't need to, by the way. It's fine. Come and go when you please. He says I was helping my baby sister write an essay, and then yeah, good question. I'm wondering what it was all about. Yeah, anything worthwhile? Anything interesting? Anything worth discussing? Happy to do so as well.
Oh Lord, no, we're done for now.
Stay back. Just smelled the dead rabbit.
Just please. Oh, thank God. You see, if you hadn't been here, I'd be dead now.
You got a rifle?
There we go.
Yes. Well, my husband's.
I suggest you learn how to use it. Now, come on, let's get you home.
Since we got here, it feels like every step forward has come with 100 steps back. People always talk about the simplicity of country life, but there's nothing simple about any of this.
Well, I guess we only know what we know.
Oh, please. I'm sure it wouldn't take you too long to adjust to a life of privilege and indolence in the big city.
I don't know about that. It sounds awful.
Oh, it is. A truly empty and boring existence.
Oh, I'm cold.
But an undeniably easy one. I still can't believe he's gone.
Oh yeah, it's 26 degrees Fahrenheit and raining. Yeah, I bet it's cold. Cool. So Kevin says, WizKid, the essay was on Einstein's statement regarding the effects of technology on our intelligence and socialization, the good kind. Always interesting questions. Now, again, we've talked plenty about the sort of downsides of the effect of technology, socialization, on intelligence. But at the same time, there are, you're right, Simon I suppose was right about there being also a lot of positive effects, right? If nothing else, our telecommunication technology allows us to share knowledge with each other and build
Thank
upon
you.
each other's knowledge much more effectively.
That was the first time anyone's done anything nice for us. For me. since we got here.
Nature provides, but she sure don't always make it easy.
That she doesn't. I'd invite you in, but I'm dead on my feet, if you'll forgive the pun. Please do call again sometime, though. A good rest, and hopefully I'll be a new woman.
You take care, man.
Yeah, sun's out. That's good. I'm gonna see if I can actually pay my bounty for it, because I'm currently wanted dead or alive, and I don't know if that's gonna change as much as I'd like it to. Come here, Moose. Yeah, Kevin, very good point. You would not have met any of us excellent people without technology. I wouldn't have met most of you guys without either. Minor exceptions, right? Well, I mean, I wouldn't even say that, right? I know Kylie from St. Leo from work. But, right, we would, without a lot of modern technology, I, would have a very difficult time getting so far to a community like that. Because, again, I still live, like, even, a decent enough distance even from St. Leo. It's not like I could comfortably walk, right? That sort of thing. It is still. We think of technology as things that have been invented in the last decade or so. Just typically when we talk about technology, but lots of things are technology, even if they are not the latest invention. When people talk about we don't either discounting or lauding technology, a lot of the time it's we're thinking of recent inventions and such, but technology is so incredibly widespread. It's basically what allows human beings to be human beings and live in a society. And social organization is a form of technology. Technically, we want to be really precise. Oh, hi.
We are scram. Come on.
Get out of here. Go.
Damn it!
Really? Run. Okay. Alright, it's far enough away, I guess, that no longer a threat. Yeah. Skinner Brothers. No, not Skinner Brothers. These are Murford Brood. Skinner Brothers are later.
Yeah.
Yeah, forging techniques. Yeah, forging techniques is a fantastic example of things that something we don't really think of as technology because it's so far in our past. But like we don't think of the difference. This is one of my favorite examples, right? Of people think of the Middle Ages as a time of technological stagnation. Couldn't be further from the truth. If you look at metallurgy and advances in metallurgy throughout the Middle Ages, if you were to take a medieval longsword and put it on a battlefield, right, particularly a knight in full plate armor with a longsword, and put that person on a battlefield, in like the Roman period, it would be like putting an Abrams tank in the Civil War. It is such an incredible advancement in technology that it's basically like somebody wielding a lightsaber for all intents and purposes. What the heck was that? But yeah, so many technological advances are net positives, and we often don't notice them because it just sort of disappears into our day to day. Yeah, Erica, also, more good points there. That's also definitely worth mentioning with respect to the Middle Ages, especially. Water wheel, roads, aqueducts. All of that was, developed to some extent by Romans, and then advanced incredibly during the Middle Ages.
You got any business at the mine?
Yeah, we also wouldn't be able to play D&D without the internet. I mean, we do, which it's great. This is another thing, like this whole pandemic and lockdown thing. The lockdown would not have happened 10, maybe, especially not 20 years ago, because no one would have put up with it. If we were stuck in our houses with Nokia flip phones, maybe, and no teleconferencing, no capacity to work with each other, no capacity to communicate with each other, people would have revolted within days, or died, or both. There's no way this whole 6-month ordeal would have happened. There's no way.
Now, I'm looking for an Arthur Londonderry. I was told he works here.
Londonderry? Oh, you'll want to speak to the foreman. He's down in the pit.
WizKid, what do you mean? Similarly, give a knight a steel sword and behold the carnage it would unleash. What do you mean, steel sword? By the late Middle Ages, particularly during the times of where plate armor was common, they had as well developed steel as we have today. They had very, very strong spring steel. And that would be the difference. That's really the difference. Like, compared to, like, again, even late Roman steel swords. The steel they used was basically the equivalent of medieval pig iron. Yeah, dial-up internet. Can you imagine this with dial-up internet?
Arthur Londonderry. Here?
I'm sorry, feller, but you're too late. Arthur's dead.
The man's dead. What's wrong with you?
Oh, boy. You can't exactly beat it out of him now, can you? You might get something off his widow just across from Butcher's Creek, but I'd hurry. You ain't gonna be the only one a-knocking.
Oh, great.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Hey, I ain't the godforsaken moneylender.
Yeah. How the hell do I get out of here? Yeah, this'll do. This'll do the job. Oh my god. Kylie has no memory of dial-up internet. I sure do. We were early adopters for cable internet, too. We were really early adopters of that. Roadrunner cable, when that really just first came out, we got Roadrunner basically when that started to be a thing. So cable internet. And that was still in the 90s, but I still remember growing up with at first having dial-up, and it was awful. The whole you can't be on the phone while online kind of thing, or while someone is online. Ooh, that's rough. Let's find where we're all the way down there. Okay, let's talk to Edith Downs first. And avoid Micah, because that is a story mission, and it's Micah. Didn't know what Mike's in. Promise we'll shoot him eventually, don't worry. Oh yeah, Erica's mom still has her Roadrunner email. My parents still have theirs.
It was agony. Worst pain I had.
It's you! My friend!
This guy is your mysterious savior?
I was just telling my friend here about how I nearly died out there one night.
It sounds like quite a tale.
Here's an idea. Gunsmith's a friend. Pick out what you want, and I'll pick up the tab. It's Jenkins.
Ooh, yes indeed.
Anything for you, buddy.
Guy looks like
anything.
this guy looks like he belongs in the 1970s.
Thanks.
You're very welcome.
Jesus.
All the best. Well, you did save my life.
Yeah, I never had AOL. We had dial-up internet, and then we had cable. AOL was basically its own separate internet, as far as I understood it. I never got it.
What do you need?
Man in town named Jenkins owes me.
So,
Said I could
yeah,
put something
AOL.
on his tab.
All we did was we used the CDs for stuff.
Take a look around.
Got it. Evans, do I have this one? No, but I could get it. Litchfield, can't buy it yet. My favorite repeater. Can't buy it yet. Got it. Carcano is probably my favorite rifle too. Got it. Repeating shotgun. All right, so repeating shotgun or Evans repeater? That's our real question. Trying to compare here. Hold on. Fire rate, better reload than the automatic. Less accurate than the automatic. Oh, that's not good. Same damage, more or less. Eh. Repeating shotgun doesn't sound very good. WizKid says, did you know you can still find AOL discs out in the world? It's wild. I'm sure you can. There were so many of them. And CDs are not exactly easily biodegradable. I'm going to get the Evans repeater. I don't actually know if it would be better than what I've got, because I usually use the Lancaster for now. Be better? Lower damage. Same-ish range. Higher fire rate. Lower reload. Not same accuracy. Alright, I'll get the Evans.
So noted. You have a good day now.
That's so weird looking. That's real weird looking. Alright, let's upgrade the damn thing. Crazy, because we can't. Sights. Scope. Get a scope. This looks... honestly, it looks kind of cheap. So let's make it silver. Whole thing, silver. With a gold trigger and a gold sight. Silver and gold. Very nice. 25 bucks. All right. And what about our varnish? Ooh. That looks nice. Yeah, let's go with that. WizKid, we have shotguns. I almost exclusively use the automatic, the semi-automatic shotgun. It's better anyway. See, that actually looks pretty nice. That looks pretty nice. Engravings, how about that? Inlay, steel. Victorian looks good. Yeah? Yeah, that looks good. Inlay. Blued. Looks great. There we go. Cool. Look at that. That looks pretty nice. Kevin asks, WizKid, where have you been on Facebook? It's been a fair piece less dank around their parts lately. Yeah, I actually agree. You've been a little bit missing. Is it fear of yet another? Is it fear of another Zuckening? Because that's understandable. Let's see. We're going to Edith Downs up there. Cause I know you kind of just got off of a Zuck not long ago. Just got out of the Facebook jail not too long ago.
I said, hell, even a blind hog finds an acorn every once in a while.
Hey, you want company, boys?
Sure, because I want to be pissing needles tomorrow.
Oof.
Yeah, mister.
Oh. WizKid says my phone broke, and I hate navigating it on my PC without an actual mouse. Sorry for the lack of dumpster fires. I have been missing the dumpster fires. They are a lot of fun. Hi, ma'am.
Mrs. Downs,
Go away. Just go away.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but well,
Well, you're sorry. Yeah, I heard you.
but, I mean, well, this country is man unleashed. That's the thing, and it ain't my fault any more than it's anyone
Man
else.
unleashed? Then unleash goodness. Not just hell's feeble brothers, sir.
But how? I mean, all I know how to do is fight, I guess. I was set free to fight. Where's your son, Mrs. Downs?
Where you think? Down the mine. Until he gets sick. Which won't be long, given how hard they work him. See, foremen don't like him, so he gets the worst of it.
Maybe I could go.
Maybe you could just leave us all alone. Maybe you could just go fight some other battle.
No. No, I'm totally gonna fight this battle. Yeah, let's go to the mine. And let's just go up this way. The endless stare. Yeah, WizKid, you and your colorful associates. You can say that again. Not to, and I genuinely mean that, like, not to insult your friends and whatnot. It's just I love having access to people with whom I disagree a lot, who haven't blocked me, because a lot of my old relatively crazy friends from college have blocked me since then, because, you know, that's how that works with a lot of that kind of folks. So I don't get much of an opportunity.
Be quiet, Mr. Docker.
Why don't you shut up?
Who's this, your daddy?
My daddy died. And this man, he killed him. What are you doing here?
Leave the boy alone.
Why'd you kill his daddy? You after his mama?
Stop bullying the boy.
Get out of my business, mister.
Leave the boy alone.
Or what?
Or I'll kill you too.
You couldn't kill no one. Look at you, all ragged and sick and weak. Clear off, you goddamn hermit. Clear off! You and the horse son here. Can't even fight your own battles, Downs? Let me go! Hit me then!
Oh, get off me! You ain't
Shot that, huh? Just give him back to me.
Yeah.
Who's next? Let the
Lay
boy
him out.
go. Let him go. Come with me. Shame on you. He's just a goddamn boy. Let's get you out of here.
They're gonna kill me. Now I got no job and they're gonna kill me.
I've got some money. You and your mama can go someplace nice.
Well, why are you doing this?
I don't know. Listen, take this. All of it. Try and talk to your mama and get out of here. Now run.
I'll try.
Good boy. I don't want to see you here again.
Oh man. Hat. You know what I should do? Nah. I really want to. But that means I will be... I'm already... Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm already wanted dead or alive in this entire region. This will be my next playthrough. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna blow up the mine. These bastards deserved it. I'm gonna use my new gun too. Okay. Use my nice bullets. That is such a weird way of loading this bastard. What in the hell? This is a massive magazine, too. Alright, here we go. What? Really? Alright, that was good. That was worth it. Alright, let's get out of here. Yeah, go away. Leave me alone. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, jeez. That's disturbing the peace, really. Blowing up a mine is disturbing the peace. Oh, God. Alright, let's keep moving. That was fun. Definitely fun. What a tiny little rifle. This is so weird. Anyway, WizKid says, "Oh, I know. Most of them I know from high school. Luckily, my amicable reputation spares me from the ban button most of the time, on account of how much of a centrist I can be. Yeah, I get that. I can see where you're coming from. Yeah, Eric. I noticed I just lost a lot of honor. That was because I shot someone in the head." It was not actually blowing the thing up. If I just hadn't shot that guy, I would have kept the honor, but it's fine. Earn it back. Yeah, the chase music's also good. Also very good. But yeah, I also, I have a weird tendency for people to not react to me very negatively, even under circumstances where they otherwise probably would. It takes me a long time to get blocked by a lot of people.
I don't wanna go. It'll be an adventure. I don't want an adventure. I want my daddy.
Mrs. Londonderry?
Arthur's dead.
I know. I'm sorry for it. It's just... we lent Arthur some money, you see, and...
So it was you. You son of a bitch. What do you want now? You want my boy's shoes? You want the food out of our bellies? What little there is? You want me to lie down for you?
No.
Arthur gave everything to pay your bills. Everything. And now there's some fellas coming to take the house. There ain't nothing left, mister.
So, the more honorable you get, the more the options sway towards one side, as you can see. So yeah, here, have some cash. I have tons of it.
Just wanted to say the debt's canceled, and here, take this. It won't bring your husband back, I know. You need money, and I don't.
Well, you're a good man. I just wish you'd done it before he worked himself into the grave. But you know, maybe you and your friend that lent him the money could do things differently. Like, not threaten a man. Excuse me.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I really am.
Jesus. Wow, that really hits hard, man. Yeah, Strauss ruins a lot of lives. Absolutely ruined. Arthur's too, even, really. Like, a lot of this is Strauss's fault. I mean, a lot of it's not Strauss's fault. Plenty of fault to go around, but let's go see what he has to say. Actually, hold on. We're right near the trap. We're nowhere near the trapper. What am I saying? I mean, we're closer than we otherwise will be. So, yeah, let's do it next time we're going down that way. We can afford to wait.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go have a word with Strauss.
Hey there!
What the hell?
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, WizKid says that, plus it helps that I tend to be fair in my assessment of people. In their opinions, even if I think they're absolutely dead wrong. I don't know. I don't know, man. I think you can get a little conciliatory sometimes. Like, overly so. Not extremely. But once in a while. Once in a while, I think you can give too much credence to,
Y'all look a little lost. Me and my brothers might be able to... This is shit! You gone down!
Okay.
I'ma shoot you in the front.
Oh, come on, really? Right in the balls. I'm kind of liking this rifle. It's pretty good. It reloads so slow. Look at that. What in the world? That's so ridiculous. There was a lot of them. Wow. All right. Yeah, anyway, let's, Kevin says, dang old centrists, all fair and open-minded, makes me sick. Yeah, so... God, it reminds me of, what's the Futurama joke about moderates? Or is it moderates or centrists? The planet of centrists or the planet of moderates? Imagine giving up everything you... what's the Zapranigan line? Like, imagine being so dedicated to moderation. Something like that. God, I can't remember it. But yeah, legit. I'm, I mean... I get called a I get called a centrist relatively often because my political views are not particularly in American political terms, not particularly democratic, not particularly Republican. So when I accuse both of them of being lying sons of bitches, I get called a centrist, which is rather silly. Because again, my political positions, as are most of my positions, are guided primarily by a drive for intellectual consistency, which is not something that most political parties actually have. And even as a libertarian, the Libertarian Party doesn't even have much intellectual consistency to it, because it has different wings to it, and it's got a lot of disputes about even fundamental questions. So, party politics is not the place you go for ideological or intellectual consistency. WizKid says maybe every once in a while, but like we've discussed before, I'm a bit more open to differing ideas, and I see more connections than either side is willing to look at times. Yeah, I think you're right, and I can respect that. Like I don't mean to tear you up about listening to people, because I think that's a good thing. And considering that somebody might be right about something, also good thing. So I don't want to malign you on that. Let's just trim our chops. Give that down. There. All right. Oh, I disagree with that, WizKid. So WizKid says, no, Big L libertarians are so libertarian that they can never be a true force for liberty. No way. No way. Most of the Libertarian Party is just a bunch of, mealy-mouthed centrists and panderers to one side or the other. Mostly, unfortunately, panderers to the sort of woke left at this point.
Yourself, right?
Good to see you. I think so. Good evening.
Yeah. But yeah, it's when I think of extremism within libertarian circles, the Libertarian Party is the last place I look for either ideological consistency or extreme positions. once in a while you'll get a comparative extremist running somewhere within the party, but not in the mainstream. The mainstream is heavily controlled by the pragmatist caucus, and basically the sort of beltway, Gary Johnson types, Gary Johnson, Nicholas Sarwark, that kind of thing. That's why JoJo lost her momentum. WizKid says she pandered to brain dead lefties and it killed the support she had. Yeah, and I know a lot of right wing anarcho capitalists, right? Because that's what I am. People like Tom Woods and Dave Smith. And I'll see if I can. I'll put a link to Dave Smith's criticism of this kind of pandering, because it was excellent. Because first of all, it doesn't help. It doesn't actually win anybody over to the cause. Because if there's anything that leftists hate more than the right wing, it's libertarians. Because we'll defund public schools and stuff. But beyond that, it also drives away a lot of people who would not only give a lot of support, but would spread the word a whole lot. Like you'll notice on my Facebook page, like my personal page, I don't share a lot of JoJo stuff because I think she's terrible on messaging. And of course, she's pro-choice. That's a no-no as far as a candidate goes. So I have no problem saying unless something changes radically in the next few weeks, I'm not voting for Jorgensen Cohen, especially Cohen. Like, God, I honestly can't stand the guy. He's basically a sort of bottom left in terms of the quadrants thing, like shock jock, which are two bad things put together. Jorgensen I like personally, ideologically, a lot, but messaging. The messaging is bad, and I cannot vote for a pro-choice candidate. Oh yeah, he needs to sleep, doesn't he? After he talks to Strauss.
Ah, how did you get on, Mr. Morgan?
Just dandy. Just get up.
What?
Get up!
What is wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Nothing at all.
What are you doing?
Something I should have done a long time ago. Get your bag. Is this it?
I don't understand.
I ain't gonna kill you, though I probably should. You disgust me. And you shame us. If we could be shamed any more than we already are, that should do. Go!
I don't understand you. What are you doing?
Go and get a job!
You know, they say the sick delude themselves. I was your friend.
You and me, we ain't decent. But those folk, they was. Now here, take that. Take that and get lost.
I'm
leaving.
No more poker nights with Strauss, at least. Almost maxed out on honor. Alright, yeah, let's get a good night's sleep. So, 3. Till morning. 10 hours is good. WizKid says, I'm tending to more anarchist ideas by the day. I hate government and I hate corporations with equal measure at this point. That's weird to me, but okay. Now that I think about the nature of power, really annoys me in general. Tell you what, I don't know if I've recommended Tom Woods before. Probably have on here. But he recently, a recent episode of his podcast, addresses some of these points, which I think is really good. And I'm going to put a link to it in the description. So definitely check it out. I would highly recommend. The issue of corporate power and state power and even union power, and how do we
Reverend?
how do we sort through all this?
Thing with Herr Strauss. It was time.
Thank you.
Who's that? Is that Abigail? Oh, it's Mary Beth. Oh. Am I accepting or
You
rejecting?
okay, Arthur? Sit down, please.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Strauss would not have survived the end.
You don't look fine.
Basically saved his life. Yeah, I
Well,
agree.
I had some bad news.
Was it Mary?
No, not exactly. That's me. I'm sick.
Sick?
Yeah. I might die.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Me too. Me too.
Maybe you'll get better.
I don't think so.
Then I'm sorry.
Only the thing is, since then, I've started seeing things differently. I don't know. The whole world seems different somehow.
How so?
I can't explain it. Like better, almost.
That a good thing?
I guess it is. Only sometimes I ain't doing the good thing.
Maybe it's a sign, Arthur. Try. Try to do the good thing.
I guess. Only it ain't always clear what that is. Not with the big stuff.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Nice. Yeah, WizKid, I agree. The little Mary Beth conversations are one of my favorite parts of the game. Yeah. Yeah, I tend to think so too. I don't know if I've ever actually done that conversation in particular before. But yeah, that was really, really good.
Good morning.
Hello, Arthur. Sit down.
Good times, huh?
I'm still not sure what to make of it all.
You and me both.
Yes, all right.
Okay. All right, where to next? What do we got left? Oh, more about Edith Downs. Ooh, Hamish. Let's go visit Hamish. Definitely, let's go visit Hamish. Can I do that via the Trapper? Is that going to work? That's not going to work. Is it way out of the way? Hang on the way back. Maybe we'll go to the tracker on the way back. Dude. Calm down. Oh, jeez. But yeah, WizKid says she's sweet and heartfelt, and that's always a turn on for me. You had to go there though, didn't you? But yeah, no, she really is. She's genuinely sweet and heartfelt, and
Don't you give me that look.
one of the only very genuinely good people around here.
For his own good. This is done, Abigail.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, he knows where this is going. He definitely is going. Yes, Erica, handle the horny stick for me. Hand out the bonks. Let's go with that. Evans repeater. Let's actually learn to use this bad boy. Yeah. A horse down there?
Easy now.
What's this? Oh, fishing. Oh, okay. All right, let's move on. Didn't see him behind the rocks.
Yeah.
how else were you supposed to put it? Well, I mean, you don't... I mean, straightforwardly, you don't need to sexualize the situation, you know. Hi there. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Hold up now. Easy there. Now, shh.
Yeah, Kylie's onto it. Yeah, just leave it at she's sweet. Maybe even add and heartfelt, because that's true too. You know? Yeah, and I know in general though I do know that is that's another great part about her character that really sets her apart, like I said, from a lot of the other members of the gang, who are either they are very familial, they're really genuine in a sense, but they're also all clearly playing a role. They have masks on, so to speak. I mean, look at Abigail. I mean, how long was she going to deny that John was the father? That had gone on basically forever until it got... What is that? Barina. It's interesting. Until it basically got forced out of her, until she basically had to admit it. WizKid said, let's see if you do better on this one. Oh wait, I killed something. Let's go skin it, I guess. WizKid says, I appreciate sweetness. Not saccharine sweet, just sweet. And saying it's a turn-on doesn't necessarily mean it's sexualized. I could have just said attractive. Oop. Okay, so oop is I mean, that's not sexualized, but that's certainly a Midwesternism, so... Okay. So that's defensible, though. You could say, I feel for her as Biden might feel. We'd know... Oh, no. No, Kevin, no. No. Let's not bring the poor old man into this. Oh. Especially not as a comparison to a person with a fully functioning or more or less fully functioning cognitive apparatus.
Hey, need a hand there?
Hey, careful where you go. Can't you see I'm tracking game here?
Yeah, okay. Is he about to get eaten by something? I feel like he's about to get eaten by something. Oh, poor old man, WizKid is referring to Biden. Referring to Joe. I genuinely feel bad for Joe Biden. And, like, he is clearly being sort of led on into the political spotlight by a lot of people who, purport to care about him. And, I mean, quite frankly, it's elder abuse at this point. It really does seem like elder abuse to me. All right, I'm gonna leave him to his hunt. Yeah, it like a lot of the situation is it's so underhanded as to be heinous. Especially also that, like, it's very clear to anybody who's watching that he's not going to actually either take office or at least stay in office. He's going to take the fall for Kamala Harris, or I almost like Razor Fist's idea that he's basically being set up to fail, to lose to Donald Trump so that the Democrats can come in stronger in 2024. That's a really long game for that sort of thing, but I don't know, maybe. Let's grab our rifle. Let's clean our pistol. Yeah, WizKid says it's typical of the left to use and abuse traditionally victimized communities. They're evil, hypocritical bastards. I mean, especially the sort of party establishment, like more than anybody. Like it's really nasty that I don't know. Kevin does say the long game is a big gamble for them. True.
Hamish.
Arthur, well, come in.
You said we might go out fishing.
I don't know what to think
much
of the election,
persuading to
honestly.
get me to go fishing. Let's go to my boat.
Good.
Here she is. You mind rowing?
Sure. What are we fishing for?
Only one thing worth catching in this lake. The Great Tyrant.
Oh.
Mean as hell northern pike. Eats everything
Yeah,
else
about
that
instant
spawns
gratification,
around here, its
failed
own
the
kind
marshmallow
included.
test.
Well,
High time
is that our
preference
bait then, a
tends to be a
jack or
leftist
something?
value. That's very
Hell
true.
no. He's a clever old bastard. I made these. This one's mine. You're gonna have to spare.
They are pretty.
You don't know the half of it. Come on, let's push off. I'll show you where we're rowing to.
Oh, Kevin, you don't. The marshmallow test is a test in behavioral psychology. It's usually it's meant to measure time preference in kids and young children, or the ability to delay gratification.
Wants me to know whose lake it is.
We'll show him who's boss.
There's a bear.
The optimism of youth.
I want it. Can I shoot it? No, I can't. Darn. Yeah. So the marshmallow test is kind of niche in terms of sociological research.
Right here. We'll cast
There.
off towards the island.
Go away.
Okay. You got that lure I gave you? Get her out.
Special fishing. Special lake lure. Nice. Let's do it. Yeah, so the marshmallow test, the basic idea is it's to test the ability to delay gratification.
Combination of feathers, twine, and glimmer. Making them, losing them, getting them right. I tried coins, shell casings, even a medal. Finally found something he seems to like. And now I hear you can buy him in a shop.
Well, it wouldn't be quite so satisfying. Getting him with something shop bought.
Easy for you to say. But
Oops,
maybe
that's
I'm
reset
inclined
cast, that's
to
not right.
agree.
So, a marshmallow test is basically, like I said, it's to test the ability to delay gratification. Basically, you put a kid in a room by themselves with a marshmallow or some kind of a candy.
Something all right.
And nobody stops you from eating it, but if you can wait some period of time, usually like 5 minutes, you get 2 marshmallows instead of just 1. You can have both of them at the end. It's a way of measuring time preference. Most kids who pass the marshmallow test tend to do better at relevant stuff. Oops. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's go get him. Wait, how do I row?
Stay there. I'm rowing out to you.
Row quick! Bastard just bumped me. Over here.
Yeah, like I said, it's about the ability to delay gratification for a greater reward in the future. It's measuring, like I said, it's measuring time preference in economic terms. How much do you prefer time to some other gratification, right? Do you prefer to get something now or more later? And how much?
Adjust my rod. Would've gotten my toes, too, if they weren't wooden.
You want another go at him? I still got my lure.
Nah. He's your fish now. Cast away.
Oh, fishing spots over
Come at
there.
her from the other way. Row over there. When he bumped me, I had to check twice. Thought I'd find a chunk of me missing.
Man eating pike? That would be a first.
I'm not so sure. Okay, right here.
It's a relatively
Our
small
hopes of
lake
catching
for a
this bastard
man-eating
lie
pike.
with you. Cast back to where we were, and make sure to use that lure I gave you.
This kid says it's typically just tested in children, Kylie. My niece and nephew, younger one, would utterly have failed it. But would Kitty Kylie have?
Leave it a moment. He's fighting you.
I noticed.
Strong, ain't he?
Ooh.
Reel it in. Stand steady. Yes! Start reeling. Don't let him pull you.
I can do this. Actually, I don't technically think I can. This might be like you're necessarily gonna fail.
Come on! Come on! Bring it in now.
I don't know. We should. I don't know if Saoirse would pass Erica. We should definitely try it though.
You're doing good.
Yeah, WizKid says, and that's the thing. I don't know if I would have either. It just depends on how ADD I was feeling that day. Yeah, I get that. Kylie says I was extremely hyper and impatient as a child, meaning you probably wouldn't have done so well on it. Yeah, unless you were able to, like WizKid says, channel that hyperactivity into distraction and time-wasting strategies. Yeah. I think it would depend on how long she's forced to wait. Usually it's not very long. In actual psychological experiments, like in a lab setting, it's usually only like 5 minutes or so, and I think she could do that. Wait, Kylie says an hour. Really? Because I'm thinking young children though too. Like most of what I see is it's tested in very young children. So like, 3 to 4 years old maybe. And an hour is a very long time for young kids.
He's tiring, all right.
Come on. This thing is huge. All right, here we go. Yeah, we definitely should try it. I agree, WizKid. Obviously, it's best performed in the lab setting, but you can still do it yourself. Yeah, just throw her in her high chair, set her down, and say, "Don't eat that." And if I think she can probably understand the whole yes, you can have this in an hour or whatever. Beat him up. Yeah. Pistol whip. WizKid says, "Oh no, the longest they test for is 15 minutes." With a one-way mirror so they can immediately confront them if they failed. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, Kevin, we have skewers for that. We have not used a screwdriver to roast marshmallows on the stove. We also have a glass-top stove. We also have a grill, so why would we ever do that? No. Kylie says, yeah, not even adult me is able to channel hyperactivity into productive pastime. It's mainly just YouTube or Netflix binging. Yeah, I get that.
Here.
I don't think Kevin has a death wish, but I don't want to speak for him.
Pass me the tyrant. That is if you're sure you don't want him.
Oh, I ain't gonna poach from your pond.
I'll give him his honors then. He sure was something, huh?
He was. Thanks for taking me out.
I appreciate the company.
If you guys do need to share links for that, I know YouTube chat doesn't like it. Feel free to post it in a comment on the pages post for linking to this stream. Feel free to sort of use that to share links and whatnot. It might be handy. And if you do find it, I'll throw it in the description as well. Oop. Sorry. Moose is not the happiest camper most of the time. Alright, so there we go. Let's see what else. I could go back and actually try and kill that grizzly, but I'm not going to do that. Might do it later, but... Now let's go to the Trapper. Then let's go visit Edith Downs. Then I guess we'll go do the thing with Micah. Not that I want to do anything with Micah, but it's, I guess. Hi, Buell.
Yeah.
Okay. Kylie says it was on cinematic, so I can read this properly. Kylie said it was on Facebook a while back, so I don't know if I'd be able to find it again. What you do is you get a bamboo skewers and you roast it on the stove. I don't use the stove still, because I have a charcoal grill, which works much better. Or wood fire grill. Wood fire in the grill works too. Either one works great. Bamboo skewers probably work better. We have metal skewers, so we use those with little covers for them or something, or that sort of thing. So they're more reusable. They do get hot though, so you have to have something to hold it. Now, if you could only do that with the marshmallow test, you'd be good to go, Kevin. Yeah. Yeah, working with what you had, the mother of invention, all that. Yeah, true. We intentionally fail a bunch of times to watch him wither up and die. Why? No, that's me. You ever do, let's go catch whatever it is we just ran over. You ever do peep jousting? It's another crazy marshmallow activity. I don't know if you guys know what happens if you put marshmallows in the microwave. Would you put a marshmallow in the microwave? Does anyone know this before I spoil it? Okay, yes, Micah is absolute trash. 100% agree. Has anyone ever heard of peep jousting or even just putting marshmallows in the microwave? You know what happens there?
Hey there, mister.
Also, part of the reason is Micah is trash. The other part of the reason is that this mission starts knocking down dominoes that lead towards the sort of end game, towards the finale. No, actually, WizKid, they don't explode violently, at least not at first. If you put a marshmallow in the microwave, it swells, it grows, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And so, peep jousting is where you take two peeps, marshmallow peeps, face them towards each other, put a toothpick in each one, put them in the microwave. They swell and swell and swell and swell, and the first one to pierce the other with its toothpick is the winner.
Glad to see you.
It's a lot of fun. Don't put a plate down and be ready to clean up your microwave, but yeah, right, no, it's a lot of fun. All right, sell it.
I hope you make something pretty with that.
It's a duck feather. Feathers, turkey, spoonbill plume, seal. Is that a bear? I swear I just heard a bear. White feather I need for crafting. Heron plume I need to give that to somebody. Parrot feather I feel like I need to give it to somebody. I don't know. Pelt. Legendary was pelt.
Tall trees,
Pelt.
Big Valley, Roanoke. I run this stall just about everywhere. Best way to source the skins. Quality hide makes the hardiest clothes around. Don't doubt it.
WizKid, I agree. That is retarded, but I also love it. Yes. They do eventually explode, I think, but I could be wrong. I don't know. They probably will eventually explode. Just, be careful, that's all. Beaver Cavalry Club. It's to pray. Anything nice? Nah. Nothing I can get. Ethereal, nothing I can get. Stalker. That's nice. I like that look. I like the jacket.
Wish I never had to take my stall into the city. Just like I wish country folk had any damn money.
Swordsman vest, nah, I don't love it. Yeah, WizKid, he explains that a little bit, how he gets around so fast. Basically, he says that he knows the backwoods, the back roads and stuff so well that those are nice. I don't actually wear chaps almost ever though. Flop hat's cool.
Why would I want some?
Yeah, I'll take it. It's definitely a bear in the back. Yeah, exploding marshmallows sounds like a lot of fun until you realize that it completely ruins your microwave. So, you know, careful with all that. Chaps, please. Ooh, those are nice gloves. I like them.
I'd wager I can travel faster with this stall in tow than you or anyone can with nothing but a horse and a saddle.
See what he
It's not
just
about
said.
Speed. It's about knowing the land.
Yeah, I definitely like how they get bigger. It's really fun. Got that. And now.
Ever been down in Gaptooth Ridge? Local legend speaks of a white
All right.
cougar, Giaguro. Well, it's no legend. I saw it
Could get a
once,
badger
for a
hat.
second. No point
But no.
chasing. It's gone.
Your cavalry hat? Oh, that's nice. Not really the thing. Scavenger accessory. Yeah, sure.
Okay, all looks in order.
Dishes accessory. I like it too. Chaps. Some chaps now. Probably half chaps. Nope. All right. Let's get a
If you don't want to put it on
alligator
now,
saddle.
I can send it on to the stable.
How do I put it on? I think it's on already, right? That's 100% a bear. I don't know where the bear is, but there I hear it. Anyway, yes, marshmallows explode. Get all bigger, and it's probably worth the cleanup. Just, you know, be prepared because it's sticky. Because, you know, they're marshmallows. Alright, let's go visit Edith Downs again. Yeah. Also, WizKid, it is not a never-ending supply of marshmallow. They get less dense, and then when they turn the heat off, when the microwave turns off, after a little bit, they sort of just kind of deflate and kind of wilt, because it just puffs. It's steaming up the little pockets inside to make it much bigger. That's all. Here's that railroad we were helping. They've moved on a little bit. That's nice. They continued along they're going. Where are you going? Alright. Let's get on along.
Hey, partner. Howdy, stranger.
Yeah.
What's this?
Whoa, easy.
Interesting. What happened here? Oregano. That's good. WizKid says, wilting marshmallows is not an image I needed in my mind, Vince. Sorry, but it's a thing. Listen, in class today, Kylie, you'll remember this from when we talked about what is a sandwich. There's a video I always show, which is about sort of what qualifies as a sandwich and looking at examples and counterexamples, or an example and counterexample. And the video is of a time lapse. Yeah, I wish there could be GIFs in this chat. That would be very helpful. You know, exploding and wilting marshmallows, if nothing else. But yeah, no, it is a time lapse of a sandwich becoming, or let's say, a sandwich passing out of being. This is somebody took a Subway sandwich, a fresh, nice, wholesome Subway sandwich, and left it on the counter for 3 weeks.
You good, girl?
And of course, after 3 weeks, it is no longer a sandwich. After a few days, it's no longer a sandwich. it is horrifying. Especially considering I teach around lunchtime some of the time. So there's that. But it illustrates, I think, an important point, right? That that part of something being, part of something existing, is it's existing as better or worse, right? And as something gets worse and worse and worse, it eventually stops existing. Right? There's no more sandwich. The sandwich doesn't exist anymore. Yes, hot dogs. Yeah, cereal is cold soup. It's gazpacho. Yeah, that's not super controversial, I don't think. Cereal is a soup, oatmeal is a cereal, therefore oatmeal is a soup.
Hey there, mister.
Let's go with that. Anyway, but yeah, hot dogs. That's a tough case. I tend to think that the orientation, the configuration of a sandwich, like this way versus this way, is actually pretty important. Which is why a sub is a sandwich, but a hoagie is not. A sub is a sandwich, a hoagie isn't, a hot dog isn't, and it's because hoagies and hot dogs are this way. Proper sandwiches are this way or this way. Bread on top and bottom, with other ingredients layered throughout. It's at least part of the definition. Another important part of the definition is that a sandwich is food. And a rotted away sandwich is no longer food. Right?
Mr. Morgan.
It's not a sandwich anymore.
You still here, kid?
Yes.
A pile of rot.
Mama.
Trash.
Mama can't leave. Won't leave. I don't know. I said I had the money. She said your money weren't moral. She said it'd be better to die than to take it.
Maybe she's right. I don't know. I don't know anything about morals.
She's still heading out. Working, you know?
I'm sorry, son. Sorry about all of this.
She ain't been back for a few hours. She left with some fella down the railway tracks. I did not like the look of him.
Which way you say?
That way. Around the woods towards Willard's Rest.
Uh-oh.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay. Okay, maybe a hot dog is an open-faced sandwich. Maybe. I'm not willing to say no right off the bat. Probably not, but maybe. The problem is an open-faced sandwich is not, properly speaking, a sandwich. It is something similar to a sandwich. It bears some resemblances to a sandwich. That's all. The reason I say this is because if an open-faced sandwich, a proper open-faced sandwich, one piece of bread with the sandwich components on top of it, if that is a sandwich, then you know what else is a sandwich? A pizza. And nobody wants that. Nobody wants to say that a pizza is a sandwich. It would be wrong to say that a pizza is a sandwich. Yeah, so Kevin brings up a good point. Genetic entropy. Right, this is related to the idea of, you know, a rotting away sandwich. Those were gravestones. This way? Yeah, so genetic entropy is roughly speaking the idea that that our genetics, our genes, gradually will. Animal? Is it a horse? What's another animal? World. That our genes gradually degrade over time. This is why we age. So this is why we build up more and more. Was it telomeres? On the end of our genetic sequences as DNA replicates and replicates and replicates. This is effectively where aging comes from. That's at least kind of the idea. And so it's a kind of, it's in a sense similar to a sandwich which gradually passes out of being, but it's not quite the same. It's more like our ability, our ability to live, in other words, to reproduce ourselves, and to continue existing, to maintain our existence. Is this it? Our ability to maintain our existence gradually degrades, and we are eventually no longer capable of continuing existence. It's a trail. This one, that's an animal trail. Is that it? I guess. WizKid says, only on this stream could we discuss the philosophy of being a sandwich. Oh, what a bunch of autists. Or philosophers. Autists, philosophers, there's very little difference.
Of course not.
Well, dearie, been to jail, but it weren't my fault.
Catchy.
I'm sure.
WizKid says, oh yes, telomeres are the shortening of genes, or the result of shortening of genes. Okay.
Sure, feller could do what he likes out here.
I guess.
You think I'm a nice man, dearie? A kind man?
That's enough now, partner. You're starting to scare me, let alone the poor woman. Clear off.
Who are you?
Someone who don't want to hear no more of your nasty mouth. Push me. I'll put a bullet in you.
I presume Archie sent you?
I said clear off before I deal with you.
I'll see you again, dearie.
Oh, God.
Listen.
Yeah, she does not seem too willing. No.
Excuse me.
You sound like my husband.
Yeah.
I know. Listen, I'm
Yep.
sorry. I'm sorry for what happened. I was a fool. And I'm suffering for my foolishness. But don't go and get yourself killed because of your pride. You have a son, Mrs. Downs.
I'm just so ashamed.
Ashamed? Of what? You loved him? You did everything for him. Let's get you home.
Yeah, that guy was not a wholesome fella. No. Like he was certainly planning to do some terrible things to her. We're here in time. Yeah, Arthur is in spite of himself. He really is a gentleman. Again, in spite of himself, he tries very hard not to be, but he sure is.
Come to this.
Stop saying sorry. Sorry won't bring Thomas back.
I know.
So you're sick now too? And you think that affords you the opportunity for penance for cutting his time short?
No, I ain't looking for that.
Okay then. So just forget about me and the guilt you're carrying, because no good can come of that for either of us. And all you can do now is decide the man you want to be for the time you have left. Help someone who can still be helped. Or help yourself.
I suppose you're right.
Oh, hang yourself for all I care.
You're right.
Well, that turned
Dislike
around.
me.
Turned
I
around
ain't
quick.
looking for that to change.
Yeah, no, that's... Man, it really is like, it's clarity time for Arthur.
Archie should be waiting for us just up ahead.
Hey, are we not close enough? You just need me to... Okay. There, okay. There we go. Okay, that was weird.
Oh, you silly boy. Oh, Archie, oh, we do.
Get out of here. Go live someplace else. Start over. Here, take this. I don't need it no more.
I don't want your money.
Yeah, I know you don't want it.
I don't.
You sure as shit need it. Take it.
No.
I ain't looking for forgiveness. It ain't about that. But don't forgive me. Just take the money and get out of here. Please. I know I ruined your life. I suffer for it every day. But don't let yourself get killed for pride. I seen it kill too many folk. Don't say anything. Don't thank me. Just take the money and pack your bags. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan.
I said don't thank me. Get out of here. Please.
$9. He's just throwing money around. It is, this is what you go accumulating money for throughout the game. This is it. This is precisely it. Let me get my Evans and my bolt action. No, I want a semi-auto shotgun. Let's polish up our sawed-off. I did a little customization of it, gave it a little wrap first. Nice. WizKid says a man knows to change when his days are numbered. In a way, disease is a blessing because he can know he doesn't have much time, and it can attempt to live better while he can. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. That's a luxury in a sense, you know. It's a matter of, you know, actually having the opportunity to change that he otherwise might not be able to do because he wouldn't have known to, you know. Otherwise, if it had just been, you know, suddenly he gets shot, he doesn't have the time to change his ways, to change things around, to do things differently, like he does under this circumstance. So, you know, knowing when you're going to die has a real way of sharpening the mind. And yeah, right, Kevin, good point. This is one of the justifications, one of the traditional justifications for capital punishment. I need my guns. I definitely need my guns for this. Trust me, I need my guns for this.
Was you followed? No. Was you followed? I said no. Okay.
Hell.
What is your problem? What is your problem, partner?
Yeah, like Sean.
You don't look so good.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing wrong with me.
I played a little Red Dead Online this week, by the way, and a lot of the characters show up, like Sean. Sean shows up down by Blackwater.
On what evidence?
So I think this is like the online takes place kind of side by side with this.
We've been on the run
Maybe.
since you
Hard to
two
tell.
fools went crazy in Blackwater. We barely escaped with our lives in Saint Denis. Now we got a rat.
Well, Molly clearly talked, but who else?
Maybe we pushed things too hard. Maybe time for folks like us is past. We don't need a rat. We got sloppier than the town drunk. And they
Yes,
know who
WizKid.
we are,
Mike is the
where
rat.
we are,
Look at it.
what we're doing.
Way I see it, best thing we can do is let the week go. Move on, get our money, and start over.
That ain't happening. Well, something's gotta happen, and fast. Otherwise,
Excuse me.
them Pinkertons, they've got us penned in here, and ain't none of them stopping.
Well, Cornwall's why we're here. Shall we, Dutch?
Yeah, it's time to go. Let's head to the river.
Oh, leave Cornwall alone. He ain't... We need money, but revenge, now?
Of course it's for money.
Come on, Arthur.
This better not be no stupid revenge mission, Dutch. It ain't worth it.
Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, Arthur, it's just a simple social call.
Yeah. Oh, yes. A simple social call with Leviticus Cornwall, the guy we've been robbing for the entire game. Yes, this will go well.
So, what are we gonna say to him that needs to be said?
He has been hunting us since Valentine's.
Then
He
why
is
is-
the reason that Hosea got killed. His sugar business is destroying the people of Guarma. This town, Arthur, is his town. He bought it just to destroy these folks. His sugar, his oil, his law.
These are wrongs that you can't right, Dutch. We're wanted men.
Clean your room,
Why did
Dutch.
you go for John against my wishes?
I didn't want him hanged.
Neither did I.
We're gonna cut a deal, Arthur.
What are you talking about?
We want out, and Cornwall wants us to stop robbing him, and we all know his money is what's keeping the Pinkertons on our tail. He's America, Arthur, and I
He's
want
got a
out.
decent point.
He won't let us go.
He's kind of got a
Making
point.
a lot of sense, Dutch.
It will, son. It will. A deal, some noise, and then we're gone.
Yeah. A rake. A rat snake. I agree, yes. Worse than a rat-like snake creature. Yeah, that's a
Cornwall's
rake.
boat is
Rat snake.
arriving at dawn. We're waited out here. Get down
Two of
behind
mankind's
these
closest
crates
enemies all
so
rolled
no
up
one
into one. Yeah.
sees us.
Okay. Let's chill. Here we go. Yeah. No, this is... Yeah, good. Clean your room, Dutch. Right, Dutch is adds a rat snake to D&D. I like it. I mean, that's kind of a ferret, isn't it? Basically, or weasel. This is basically just him trying to get things done that he has no business doing. Right? It's way out of his
I have
league.
spent a considerable fortune with your agency, and still nothing. This Vanderland robs me and laughs at me. I asked for the best. I paid for the best.
We are very close, Mr. Cornwall. I know you've heard this before.
Look, it's Officer
Send
Dickhead.
a telegram to Goldberg in
Hate this
New
guy
York.
so
Tell him
much.
I won't borrow it more than 3.2%. Sorry, no, I have heard it before. And
Just
get
about
that army man to pay
incredible
his
villain.
portage charge.
Yes, sir. We are doing all we can within the confines of the law.
The law? I think we both know what you can do with your law. Find me Dutch Vanderland. Bring him here. And leave the laws to them as need them. Good day, sir.
Come along, Mr. Ross. We have work to do. Mr. Didsbury. Mr. Cornwall.
Now listen up, Didsbury. What's all this about strikes? I bought into this mine because of mismanagement, and I intend to make it a success no matter what the cost.
It's the wages. Folk feel that you...
Feel? Business doesn't give two figs about feelings, sir, not two figs. It's a nonsense that will bring a plague on both our houses, sir.
Perhaps there is a plague on your house already, Mr. Cornwall.
This guy threatened to kill Hosea. It was the Pinkerton who actually did
will
it.
be your undoing, sir.
I'm undone already. Even my best friend here, he thinks I'm crazy. And like this poor fellow you are talking to, my feelings are hurt.
You robbed me, sir.
And you robbed him. Funny world.
You show a criminal's grasp of sophistry, sir. I did no such thing.
You kill. I kill. You rob. I rob. Only difference I can see is I choose whom I kill and rob, and you destroy everything in your path.
I've heard just
Yeah, Arthur's like, what the
enough.
fuck?
I'll tell
This-
you what.
this
You
is
give me
unwise.
this ship, $10,000, and safe passage out of here.
I'll do no such thing.
You sure? Good. I prefer it this way.
You lost your man. Noise,
Uh,
Noise.
Yep, Arthur is once again like, what the fuck? None of this was wise.
Come on! Mike is going after those papers. Let's find him and get out of here.
Jesus, this is insane.
They're shooting from that building.
Yeah, they could have probably just disappeared to, like, you know, Canada or something. Yeah, Erica's got a good point. That would make too much sense, though. It'd be far too simple.
I found something interesting. Come on, we gotta move. It's over for you.
Yeah, it would not have been very difficult for them to actually have disappeared. But, no. Alright, listen, Dutch. Ooh, did I hit them both? Jesus. Where the hell are they? Oh, they went up. Oh, great. Okay, here we go. Jesus.
We had enough heat on us before. Now we're gonna be torched, Trust. This is the only way. You'll see. Trust me. Trust you.
You sure you got the funds for Miss Morgan?
Nope, I don't.
Here come more. Take them down. You don't mess with me.
They're slowing us down, Morgan. Come on.
Shut the hell up. Oh my god, I hate this guy so much.
Get up here, Morgan.
No, Pinkertons are international. Like, they're even, like, transatlantic.
This wasn't a revenge mission. It wasn't. We got what we came for. Those papers. Follow me. This way.
Yeah, so no, Pinkertons are international, so they theoretically could follow them to Canada, but the bigger question is whether they would, and that would be a considerable additional expense, even for somebody with, you know, wealth like Cornwall. That's not exactly the kind of thing that you would probably invest in. You know, if they're well enough out of his way, you'd probably just leave him be. Or not, or maybe he's just as obsessive as Dutch. Just wouldn't.
Gun them down, and let's get the hell out of this place. Shoot that oil wagon.
Okay. Is that it? We good? Who else we got? Where the hell do you come from?
We can take the horses from that coach. Let's go.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go back and read a bunch of your chats because there's a lot.
Lost your minds. Oh, I felt a lot of guilt in this life, Arthur. I've killed too often and poorly, but not this time, son. Come on. All right, let's head for the hills, boys. They're trying to block us off. Go right.
Look out! We got more ahead! On the left! Lower the bastard!
They're trying to cut us off again.
Go left! Lose them through the river!
Look out, fellas. They're still coming.
Shoot the bastard!
Wouldn't it just be convenient if a stray bullet happened to hit Micah just like right now? It's so convenient. Anyway.
Well, we all okay? Interesting social call.
Oh, don't play dumb and superior at the same time, Morgan. We all knew, sooner or later, Cornwall had to go.
Let me see them papers. It's more attention we don't need. Feels like the whole world's closing in on us. Dutch, it won't be long before they find where we're hiding out now. Especially as we ain't exactly hiding out. We just need a distraction. Buy us some time. It looks like Mr. Cornwall's company has signed a railroad contract with the Army.
And they're also moving dynamite down from, well, the Annesburg mines to Saint Denis to resell. And there's bonds at his oil factory. Maybe there's a way to get them off our back and get the money that we need. Mike, you look into this dynamite. Take Bill, I guess. Arthur, you go too. We are gonna need a lot of it. And Mike, we need to talk. Figure out some things.
Of course, boss. Figure out what?
The plan. Getting out of here. Nothing's changed.
It hasn't, huh? There's an old house west of Van Horn. Meet me there when you can, Black Lung.
Let's split up. We'll meet up back at camp. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. All right, well, okay.
Crazy.
Whew. That was awful. That went very poorly. Because of course it did. Let's see what else we need to do here. Swanson has a job. Oh no, how do I get rid of a marker? Z. So. Micah, let's not do that yet. Let's run through some things. Let's talk to Reverend Swanson. I think we might have time for one more mission. We got 20 minutes at least, so yeah, we got time. I don't know if we have enough ammo for one more mission, but do we? Oh no, we got 95. I have to recraft some ammo after off stream, but we don't want to sit down cutting bullets in half the whole time. Anyway though, so oh, a bear.
Easy there.
Sound like a bear. See it though. Anyway, so yeah. All right, so yeah, Erica said, why couldn't they have just gone to like Washington State, doubled back west or something like that? And I think WizKid's right. That would have required even a tiny bit of sense between all of them, which is not very likely to me.
You don't look so good.
You don't look so good.
Karen? How you doing with all this?
I am fantastic.
Hey, Abigail.
Hi.
How are you holding up?
I'm okay. How are you? You don't look so good.
I'll be fine. Just worry about you and Jack.
I suppose so.
Jesus. Yeah, everything's going wrong. No one's doing well. A bunch of the women are wandering around in their underwear.
Things are kind of a mess, ain't they?
A mess you boys made. Was it me, Mary Beth, Susan? None of us.
It's true.
What do you want me to say?
All right, Arthur.
Yeah, it's not wrong. Not wrong at all. Yeah, everyone's having a real rough time of it. I understand. Man. Yeah, so, alright, moving on through. Let's do some trimming of our chin. Just by 1, 2? Nah, just 1. There we go. So, let's go back through. Yeah, North America's enormous. Even if the Pinkertons could search, right, it's 2 guys and they're lackeys. Right? They can't search all of North America if the guys got far enough away, and they just don't want to do that. Right? Can't go back west. There's Pinkertons yeah, there's Pinkertons right here. Just go west, you idiots. Go north, go east, pick a direction and go. You know? But yeah, it's yeah, WizKid's right. Dutch's ego and pride. Kevin says, after seeing one man kill 10 plus of my compatriots, I would let him go too. Especially after my benefactor's been assassinated. Yeah, you know, you'd think that buying loyalty would end when your boss is shot in the heart by a crazy person on a dock. Yeah, I mean, maybe there'd be a vendetta for the... maybe the Pinkertons have got a vendetta too. Probably. It seems like it. If the killer got someone close to me, I'd reckon there'd be a payment due, Kevin says. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, we start seeing this kind of thing, right? We start seeing a kind of vendetta showing up with Pinkertons, especially in a while. Oh, excuse me, some more. As the end approaches, you know.
Reverend? You okay, Mr. Morgan? I don't know, Reverend.
These are challenging times for all of us.
Yes, very challenging.
You don't seem yourself, somehow. I've always felt... I've left the morphine, sir.
Arthur, Reverend Swanson, would you excuse us a minute?
Of course.
New York. We are going to go to New York. Now, they have been chasing us south and east and west. We're going to get a boat. We're going to get on a river, and we're going to go north.
New York.
Then Tahiti, the Fiji Islands, or this place,
Okay.
New Guinea, dancing girls, freedom. But first, we have to make a whole lot of smoke, a whole lot of commotion. And then we disappear.
We need more commotion?
1 score and 1 whole hell of a lot of noise.
We ain't so good at doing scores anymore, Dutch.
Are you feeling all right, Arthur?
Sure, I'm fine.
Pardon me for interrupting.
Interrupting an interruption.
I brought a friend, Arthur.
Hello.
Hello.
Dutch. This is Eagle Flies. His father is a great chief. Charles and I, we
pretended to be mercenaries. Did me a great favor.
Dutch Vanderlyn, how do you do?
Not well, sir.
Well, I am sorry to hear
Karen
that.
got dressed
How's
for
your
this.
father?
Father has confused wisdom with weakness. His people, my people, we've suffered too much, been lied to too much. Now they've taken our horses.
Who?
The infantry division posted at Fort Wallace.
Why?
Colonel Favors is a liar and a murderer. His people won't stop until we're all dead. Without horses, we cannot hunt. Without hunting, we will starve. This is another act of war.
I see that.
You men have helped me before, and I have money.
Put your money away, son. What do you think, Charles?
You know I told your father I will not fight over some horses.
But I made no such promise. Come along.
Great.
Arthur, we must go with them to try to stop things from getting out of hand.
1, the goddamn government. I agree. 2, this kind of sheds some new light on Dutch's previous altruism.
We can get them more horses.
I know. I understand Eagle Flies is angry, but I don't see how this will help anything.
Especially not with Dutch whipping them up into a frenzy. Got enough folks coming after
Yeah,
us.
no kidding.
You going to let these bastards walk all over you? No, you're not. This is all that's wrong with this world. Okay, young man, lead the way.
The horses are on a boat near Van Horn. I have a man waiting for us there with some canoes.
Surely
Let's go do it, I guess.
without killing anyone.
Of course. What will be. Anyway, son, tell me about this Colonel Favors.
He's a vile man. He and his regiment take pleasure in persecuting us. All the young have been taken from our reservation, shipped off to reform schools. Many women, too. The old are weak and sick, but they deliberately withhold medicine and supplies from us.
This ends today.
Yeah, now we see Dutch, well, another side of Dutch, taking advantage of people's struggles, not just trying to help them out of the goodness of his heart, even though he tries to make it look like it's out of the goodness of his heart.
Why are you
Now
getting
we're starting to
involved
see
in this, Dutch?
his
You know
rationale.
me. We shoot fellers as need shooting. We save fellers as need saving. Feed them as need feeding.
Not this again. It's been quite a while since we helped anyone but ourselves, and even you know that.
I told you. Noise. We need noise.
There it is.
Arthur. Noise.
There it is.
And faith.
I
Noise and faith.
still
Okay.
don't know what that means.
Stop questioning and think. Just think for a second. The Pinkertons have had time to reinforce. The civilized world is closing on us. Who knows what else Molly told them? We need to move towards a conclusion now.
Sure, but what's this got to do with any of that?
Some good, honest conflict between the army and the Indians might be just the distraction we need. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Cornwall was funding the Pinkertons' assault on us. Why do you think I dealt with him? With Cornwall gone, the government is far more likely to divert them to other issues, especially if there's one more scandal. And then we can slip away. Like I said, we just need that noise and one more storm.
WizKid says this foreshadows what he puts the poor natives through in Red Dead Redemption 1. Manipulative asshole. Yeah, true.
Dynamite, the
Very
railroad
true.
contract with the army, it was all in those papers Micah found. I have a plan. You just have to trust me.
Hold on, let's take our guns. Actually, I don't need my guns for this. I shouldn't. If this goes properly, I won't need guns at all, but since when does anything go properly? So, yeah, let's... Wait, what do I have slugs in that? Ah, jeez. Okay, never mind.
These men, like I said, they'll help us.
I got the canoes. The boat is still moored in the channel.
Good. Let's wait until nightfall.
Okay. Alright. This reminds me of Shrek. So here's why. I was talking about Shrek in class this week. As you guys may know, we watched Shrek for my acquisition of knowledge, my honors class, because we were talking about symbolism and symbolism in storytelling and that sort of thing, and especially talking about the sort of symbolism of the margin and the center, how these kinds of things interact and how they can get into conflict, that kind of thing. Kind of following Jonathan Pageau's work on the subject, on Shrek especially. We're using it as kind of a case study, right? For, you know, in-depth analysis of pop media, or of literature, as the case may be. And so, part of the big thing to notice is that Shrek is this sort of inverted fairy tale, very similar to something like a Western, where it is primarily about what happens when the
Not again.
Come on. What happens when the center pushes too far, and then the margin is trod upon and has to push back. You know, and so this is what can happen. This sort of thing is what can happen. Let's use our shit.
Try not to kill anyone, Arthur.
Oh, let's not. Shh. Go to sleep. Let's take his stuff. Yeah, so this is basically what happens. If you think of it in Shrek, right? So Farquaad pushes and pushes and pushes Shrek.
I'm gonna smoke, all right? Be back in a bit.
Oh, no, not again. They had a sniff of good head all night. I'll be retired in the morning at this rate. Just a deal, Lloyd.
I don't know how we're supposed to deal with this.
I'm in. Raise you. We can go higher than that. God damn it, no. I'm out.
Right, so when when the center presses out and presses out and presses out and tries very, very hard to sort of colonize the margin pushes back. When the margin pushes back, what happens is I don't have my lasso, really?
There we go. What the hell? We're taking back what's ours.
It's fine, I can take it. I didn't intend to shoot them.
Find out about those horses down below. Arthur,
very kind of you.
Yeah, filthy urbanite imperialists, like WizKid says, sticking their noses where they don't belong. And then what inevitably happens is, I want to loot the guy, but I don't.
You think I have the first idea how this anchor works? Just blow it up. Come on.
Is then what happens in Shrek is, right, so Shrek has to go all the way, change things entirely, turn everything on its head, and Farquaad, because he did what he pushed too far, he gets eaten by the dragon. And that's the end, right? The dragon, the ultimate marginal figure, the fairy tale creature, comes and shows up and devours him. Dutch is, well, actually all of them, right? The gang is the sort of dragon that is going to wind up having to devour the sort of urbanite imperialists that are pushing constantly out, trying to colonize.
Boys all right back there?
So it has to go this way, right? This is the kind of thing that has to happen.
Horses are spooked. We're taking on water. Boys, get him out of here. Well, whatever else is wrong with you, you're quite the best pilot I've ever come across.
The horses are confused. We need to round them up. I'll get these 4, Arthur. Can you go after the others?
Okay. Over here, come on.
They gonna follow us? Yeah, good. But yeah, I'll also, if you haven't seen that video on Jonathan Peugeot's take on Shrek, I highly recommend it. For this kind of thing, right? It's this kind of reasoning. Because it really reveals the kind of how the relationship between the margin and the center works when it breaks down. Then it has to go all the way through, right? When the inversion starts, it has to flip all the way over. Because if it doesn't, and we learned this in Shrek 4, right? My class actually pointed this out to me, right? Shrek 4, if you've ever seen it, is what happens if the inversion process starts, but isn't allowed to complete itself, right? It's what happens when the margin and the center get into conflict, but the conflict isn't able to be resolved. It's not allowed to resolve.
So it goes. My father doesn't want to fight again.
Well, he is a wise man.
Will one of you help me return the horses to my men?
Well, Arthur needs to rest. I will. I like you, son. And after the horses, are we gonna wait for the army to come and wreak its revenge?
I hope not.
Of course we ain't. Now let's go check out that fort of theirs.
Is this a good idea?
This is the only idea, and it is one that will
There we
suit
go.
both of our purposes.
Fighting the army ain't wise.
Stop worrying. Oh, and Sadie told me about Combe. Meet us at Doyle's Tavern in Saint Denis when you can. Shall we go, son?
We'll probably start with that next week.
We'll start some light reconnaissance out at Fort Wallace, and when Combs dealt with, you come meet us there. We'll set up a good spot for you.
I don't know, Dutch.
Yeah, well, I do. This is exactly the distraction that we need.
Your father said that fighting was an impossible gamble. There's no winning for you in this.
Father need not know anything. He'd rather live in ignorance.
Come along,
Your
gentlemen.
father would rather you did not do anything so foolish. I said I would stop this from happening. Would you talk to him?
Speak with Rangeful.
Yes. Would you?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll speak with him. You head on back to camp, check on the others. Dutch's behavior,
I understand. Thank you, Arthur.
But yeah, I do have to say that the what is this? Obadiah. Oh, this. Oh, maybe we'll start with that next week. We also got Rains Fall to deal with up there. We haven't been to the Wapiti Reservation here. Henri Lemieux. Oh yeah, we can do that too. We can do a bunch of these things next week. Probably start with this one. Anyway, seeing as we got about 5 minutes, and that is not enough time to actually get much done, I want to briefly finish talking about this, right? The Shrek 4, the whole point of it is what happens if this admittedly uncomfortable process of social inversion, what if this isn't allowed to happen? And if it's not allowed to happen, things are inevitably worse. The conflict turns into stagnation, and stagnation gets taken over by somebody worse than before, right? Farquaad gets... Oh, Jesus, what? Just go. Okay. I don't know what the hell was that about, but okay. Because I was on the road, I guess. Anyway, though, yeah, so it's what happens when, you know, Farquaad is supplanted by Rumpelstiltskin, somebody even worse, right? Pure order is replaced by chaos masquerading as order. The whole shebang, right? Everything inverts in a different way, in a worse way. Things don't play out like they're, you know, supposed to play out. So, anyway, that's kind of some thoughts. If you guys did find that that video on the marshmallow test, I will happily put that in the description as well. I do also highly recommend the EFAP episode, the Every Frame of Pause episode that talks about what is good rat. I believe it's episode 48, and it is linked in the description, so check that out. Otherwise, that is all the time I've got for tonight. So I will call it there. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hopefully I will see you guys next week. Don't forget Mass Effect 2 is on Monday. We're going to be doing some loyalty missions for the most part. Tally, at least. And then probably Thane and Garrus, and we'll see what else we have time for. You know, stuff on the Citadel. So we're going to do that on Monday. And then again, next Thursday, same place, same time, starting right from here, playing more Red Dead. Again, helping some people out, doing some side quests, maybe advancing the plot, maybe seeing Colm Driscoll finally hang. That'll be good. WizKid, as far as I know, no D&D tomorrow, sadly. But, you know, everybody else is gone. So, gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, man, I should have talked about that a little bit. But yeah, Kathleen just suddenly being gone from the party for funny reasons. That would have been fun to talk about. Maybe I'll bring that up Monday, especially if we do our sort of one-on-one kind of session between now and then. We'll figure out what exactly her character is doing away from the rest of the party, so that'll be a lot of fun. Anyway, that's a side note. But with that, I will say goodnight to you all, and thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, and it's starting to rain. Good timing. I bet our power's going to go out while I end the stream. All right, see you for real this time.